My dying grandmother's lawyer asked me one question before reading the will. When I answered, my entire family started screaming at me. My grandmother was the kindest woman I ever knew. She made cookies for every neighbor on her street. She remembered every birthday, every anniversary, every small detail about the people she loved. When she died, 47 people came to her funeral. Only 3 of them had visited her in the last year of her life. I was one of them. Her caregiver was another. The third was her mailman. The rest showed up for the will. 9 days after she passed, 14 family members gathered in a law office downtown. My mother and her 3 sisters claimed the front row with their husbands. My 6 cousins spread out behind them. I sat alone in the back. My name is Claire. I was the youngest at 23 and the only one who'd spent real time with grandma. Every Sunday for almost 7 years. Tea, old movies, long conversations about life. She told me once that I was the only one who visited her without wanting something. I didn't realize until later what she meant by that. The lawyer entered and sat behind his desk. He was older, serious, wearing glasses that made him look like he'd seen 100 families tear themselves apart over money. Before I read Mrs. Flora's will, there is a condition. 14 heads snapped to attention. She has left a question. It must be answered correctly by someone in this room before I can proceed. My Aunt Edith stood up immediately. This is highly unusual. What's the question? I'll ask each of you individually, starting with the eldest. If no one answers correctly, the entire estate goes to the charity of Mrs. Flora's choosing. Silence, then chaos. Everyone talking over each other. The lawyer waited until they settled down. He turned to Edith. What was the name of your mother's childhood cat? Edith stared at him. Her what? Her childhood cat. The one she had growing up. I don't. She never mentioned a cat. Is that your answer? I guess. Whiskers? Incorrect. He turned to Aunt Dorothy. Same question. Mittens? Incorrect. Aunt Deborah didn't even try. Just shook her head. My mother guessed Snowball. Wrong. My cousins went one by one. Tiger, Smokey, Fluffy, Buttons, Shadow, Patches. Every single one wrong. My cousin Tyler laughed bitterly. This is a joke. Who remembers their grandmother's childhood pet? That was like 60 years ago. Mrs. Flora remembered, and she believed someone else would too. The lawyer scanned the room. Everyone had guessed wrong. Then his eyes found me in the back corner. The room turned. Everyone staring. Miss Claire, what was the name of your grandmother's childhood cat? Marmalade. I said it quietly, but everyone heard. The lawyer looked at his paper, then at me. That is correct. The silence lasted about 2 seconds. Then my Aunt Edith lunged toward me. You little thief. You poisoned her against us. My mother grabbed my arm. What did you do? What did you tell her about us? My cousins were all shouting at once. Accusations flying. I'd manipulated her. I'd isolated her. I'd brainwashed a dying old woman. I sat there and took it because I knew the truth. So did Grandma. The lawyer stood up. Enough. His voice was firm enough to cut through the noise. Sit down, all of you. Now. They sat, reluctantly. He pulled out a small notebook with a worn leather cover. Mrs. Flora kept this beside her bed. She started it when she began to feel forgotten. He opened it and began reading. Edith, 4 visits, all on holidays. Average length, 1 hour. Edith's face went red. Dorothy, 6 visits. 2 were to ask about the will. Dorothy looked at the floor. Deborah, 2 visits in 7 years. My mother closed her eyes. He kept going, cousin by cousin. The numbers were brutal. Then he got to my page. Granddaughter, 312 visits. Average length, 3 hours. Notes include, she brushes my hair when I'm too tired to do it myself. She never checks her phone. She actually listens. He closed the notebook. The estate is valued at $1.7 million. Per Mrs. Flora's wishes, it goes entirely to her granddaughter Claire. My family didn't speak to me after that. Not one of them. I was fine with it. I used some of the money to buy Grandma's house so it would stay in the family. The rest I put into a trust for her great-grandchildren, my cousin's kids. They're too young to understand now, but someday they'll know who she was. I still make her cookie recipe every Christmas, and I still talk to her sometimes when I'm alone in her kitchen. I like to think she hears me.